everybody, welcome back to the family channel.
Hi.
We hope you guys are having a fantastically awesome day so far, and we hope you had an amazing weekend. Today we are reacting to Cowboy Sloppy Joes from Cowboy Kent Rowlands. Now we've done a few videos of Cowboy Kents and we absolutely love them, but we haven't done one in a while, and this video popped up and I figured I'd like to check this one out. One, because it's Cowboy Sloppy Joes, and two, because I have no idea what a Sloppy Joes is.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's some kind of like a juicy meat.
Yeah, I think I've seen it before, but I can't remember.
Yeah, do you know what it is?
I don't know.
No?
No.
Yeah.
So it would
So
be
we're going to be
interesting.
I think
checking
it's
it out.
going to be messy.
Messy. It sounds messy, like sloppy Joes.
Yeah,
I like messy food.
You do, I don't.
Yeah, Cat hates it. Like, Cat's the kind of person who eats a burger with a knife and fork. So it gets a bit, I like a messy food. Anyway, before we get into today's video, if you guys haven't done so already, please make sure you hit the subscribe button. And without further ado, let's check out Cowboy Kent Rowlands Cowboy Sloppy Joes.
It's lunchtime at the wagon, and I hope y'all are hungry. This is the Cowboys' most requested sandwich, the hearty Sloppy Joe.
It is mincemeat.
It's like a bolognese.
Welcome into camp, and what are we talking about? Sloppy Joes. Hey, it don't get no better than Sloppy Joes. Camp might look a little different to y'all. We done moved camp. We have really got a great spot here. It is a beautiful day up here in the pine trees it is. But we get to talking about Sloppy Joes, and it really is, folks, the most requested cowboy meal that we've ever had, if we're going to throw a sandwich out there. This is a very hearty meal, easy to fix, and whoo, they don't eat one, they don't eat two, they'll eat three or four. But we got to thinking, we have so many new viewers that have come along since we did that Sloppy Joe video so long ago, that we better make this again, and we're going to even make it better than we did the first time. First thing I got to do is chop up an onion and some jalapenos. I'll meet you over at the fire. We'll get it to going.
I love jalapenos.
I didn't grow jalapenos this year. I should have, because they're pretty hard to get here. I mean, only sometimes they'll have them in like Kaufland or
Do you
something.
think you could get one without the jalapenos?
Yeah, but you can also take the seeds out, and then they're not chili. So.
Yeah.
Well, they're not really
But
that spicy
they're
anyway.
not that spicy, but the taste of it, I love the taste
But
of
you put
jalapeno.
pepper in my food, I taste
Yeah,
the spice.
layers like anti-spice. But I do something similar. Like if we have like a bolognese or something, I'll have the mincemeat on toast.
Yeah, you do
I
actually.
love that.
Yeah.
Oof, I love that. Loads of butter as well. And you want the mince. There's a top tip here. You want the mince. You want your toast to cool down so the butter doesn't melt. And then your mince melts the butter. But then when you eat it and it's thick butter, you get that little cold patch of butter. Oh, I love that. I freaking love that.
Hey, before we go any further, I got a question I need y'all to vote on, and you can comment down below. Do you leave the seeds in the membrane in jalapenos when you cook them? I want to leave them in there. Shan said take them out. So let's have a vote. But I got a little tip for you. You know when you go to the grocery store and see all them jalapenos laying out there? The ones that are really slick and shiny, have no marks on them, you see no veins, no cracks, no nothing. Usually, I would say 68% of the time, those peppers are not as hot, or the peppers that you might see that have a little white streak in them, or they've got little cracks in them somewhere, those are going to be hotter. But also, depends on climate, depends on soil. So we got our brazier skillet here, the Stargazer, going to slide over there. It has already been getting hot, it has. 2 pounds, 80-20 ground beef without the plastic thing. You can hear that sizzle going on there just a little. A mesquite spatula, and why do we use wood on cast iron? Because wood is not going to harm the seasoning coating. So
yeah, I want to use, me and Kat have been discussing recently, because we've got a few non-stick pans that just, they're useless. They actually...
They're awful.
They're stick pans.
They stick pans. And I want to get everything cast iron.
Yeah.
Chuck away the plastic spatulas and all that nonsense. Just use wood and cast iron.
Yeah.
So that's something that needs
I
to
never
happen
use metal on
the non-sticks. Yeah, but you used to.
I used to, and then Daddy told me off, and now I remember.
You remember?
I didn't tell you off. We got new pans, and Leia's cooking, and I just hear, and we go and look at the brand new non-stick pan, and it's full of scratches. But we got some new ones after that, and they were rubbish.
And they were MasterChef as well.
Yeah, MasterChef, my bum.
let's just give it a little chopping up here. And you need to start with good 80-20 ground beef, and if you can, get ground chuck. To me, it's always better. But if you don't see what you're looking for out there in that butcher's tray, go around there and knock on the little deal and say, hey, fella, you reckon you could mind grinding me up some 80-20 chuck right quick? I need 2 pounds to fix these sloppy joes.
Yeah, they wouldn't understand me. Hey, fella.
You know, when I tell people to get 80-20 ground chuck, that's coming from up here where the chuck roast and stuff is. It's better. There's a lot of good ground meat on a hamburger, but a lot of times in the trimmings, that will go in just regular ground beef. You're going to get the best flavor, to me, the best taste from ground chuck every time.
I love a cooking setup like this.
Well, you can see that we begin to brown here just a little, and I like to sort of get it about half done before we ever season. And we're using our original seasoning. And remember, folks, we do also have this in our low sodium blend as well, so be sure and check that out. If you don't have it, you can use salt, black pepper. That's about all my mother ever had. But remember these good vegetables we had here? Think how happy them jalapenos would have been, Shan, if we'd have left the seeds and the membrane in there. So we're going to get all these raked in there.
I would, first of all, brown the onions, then put jalapenos in, and then
That's where I go wrong as well. I've seen so many recipes where the onions go in second.
Yeah.
I always brown the onions first.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, but that's how my mom told me as well.
I don't know if it's wrong or not, because it always turns out really well.
I mean, there's no wrong way of cooking, is there?
Oh yeah, there is. Especially if you're baking. If you're baking, there's a lot wrong.
Oh yeah, I
You gotta
tried
be-
to make. What did I try to make?
Cookies.
And I ended up making pancakes.
Yeah, I told Leia. Yeah.
You got to be really precise.
And I said to Leia, you can take the cookies out of the oven. She said, Mommy, I know what I'm doing. And I'm like, she's leaving them in for too long. And I was right. They were rock hard.
Or when Mummy told me milk doesn't go in cookies, right?
No.
Yeah.
Or in that recipe at least.
Yeah, in that recipe. And what did I do? I put milk in there, and then I just
Instead
had
of
pancakes.
milk.
Leia was just
Chocolate.
freestyling.
I read milk, but it was milk chocolate.
So Leia put milk and chocolate.
Now, I want to tell you something about a sloppy joe. When I did chopped grill masters, you know, when I reached in that basket and I seen all this stuff in it was sardines, which I had never seen in my life. And these were still alive, folks. They were swimming in the sack. And then I pulled out what? A can of sloppy joe mix. Who even uses sloppy joe mix?
He's gonna get angry.
And who would put it with sardines? But Kent's brain got to thinking. He's thinking, hey, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm fitting to stew down them sardines in a Dutch oven, chop them up really well. Then I'm going to mix me some sloppy joe stuff in there, add a little more barbecue sauce that I made homemade, stir it up. We're going to have sardine sloppy joe. They informed me that's not the proper way that you cook a sardine. And I told all three of them judges, when I eat sardines, I was fixing fence most of the time. They cost 19 cents a can, bones, head, tail, and all. Pull the lid off of it, you eat it with a cracker. So when you mince this up in a Dutch oven,
That's how
you
we
mix
used to
all
eat them
that.
in South Africa. Just on a little like salty
And a
cracker, sardine, little bit of salt and pepper. It's got the head and everything.
Oh,
Yeah, like
really?
a biscuit, like a cracker.
With
On
a
a
salty
crisper,
ones.
really?
Yeah.
Never
Yeah,
heard
and
of
we
it.
used to get smoked mussels as well, and we'd have them on. They were called bacon thins or something. They were little round crackers, but they were bacon flavored.
Oh.
So good. Yeah.
Nice.
Stuff together. Cowboy sloppy joe sardine style, I still think it was a winner.
I'd love to have something like that.
Okay, when we're talking about using 2 pounds, my mother always told me a long time ago, 2 pounds of hamburger meat makes 8 hamburger patties. But when I'm looking at it on a ranch basis, and remember, we're adding some stuff to
Gary
this,
with the ketchup.
but I try to make about 4 pounds of meat to feed about 10 cowboys because I know what's fixing to happen. This will be empty in a hurry. I guarantee you there is never a leftover when you have these sloppy joes.
It's cool, though, eh? Oh, what a laugh.
If there is excess grease in your skillet, slide it over there to the side, tilt it up a little, just get you a tablespoon or something and dip that out because you don't want to leave that much grease in there. This is about all cooked out it has, but I'm going to tell you something too. We have a lot of hunters that really watch our channel, and you can substitute this with ground deer meat, ground elk meat. It would work really well. So we've got it to this point to where I really like it. In the regular video that we did first and how my mother made it for many, many years, we just used regular old yellow mustard. But folks, I want to kick it up a notch, I do. So we're going to have some of our sweet and spicy mustard, and we're going to lay some of that in there because it's got some of them green chilies in it.
That's a good adding.
And I'm saying probably about that much.
Quite a lot.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting
that-
that
I'm not a
much.
big fan of mustard.
We're going to add some of our barbecue sauce, our Red River Ranch mud.
Now you can see why it's so difficult. I'm not a fan of spice. I'm not a fan of mustard. I'm not a fan of the... But you add pork... I made pork belly yesterday. That was really nice, no?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind then.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
She ate it.
Yeah.
Well,
You
Garen
don't
liked
have
it.
that,
So
substitute
did I.
with any barbecue sauce you want. Now start out a little leaner on this portion of it because we can add some more if and we need to. Brown sugar. Now it's going to bring about some sweetness because we got some heat in there, but also it's going to sort of caramelize it. It brings everything together and thicken it up just a tad. So
Oh my God, I thought he's going to put a
we'll go to mixing this all
spoon.
together.
That's a big bowl of sugar.
I thought he's going to be like, brown sugar, 1 teaspoon
I
is
thought he was
enough.
going to add a sprinkle.
Just to cut the heat.
Oh, wow.
And thicken
1
it up
kilo.
just a tad. So in goes that. We'll go to mixing this all together, and I can already tell you, if the Cowboys was riding up and they seen me making this, they would hurry to get them horses tied up and get back up here because they know it's going to run out
See, you
pretty
don't know,
quick.
you don't know. Like, I would never have thought to put that much, but see, it looks really good now.
Well, we got her back there to a simmer. I'm going to turn this heat down to low. We need to let this simmer about 5 minutes to make sure that brown sugar and everything is really incorporated well in there. We do. Now, this is a good time for you to taste it too. And I'm going to tell you this. Give it a little cooling before you slap it in there. Just the smell of this, I guarantee you, if there's a cowboy within 100 miles here, he'll be here in about 5 minutes.
There you go. Tell you what, I wish I had his energy sometimes.
Yeah.
It is good as I remember, but it's better, I think, when you get that sweet and spicy mustard in there with them green chilies. Now, after you taste that, if you think, oh, I need just a little more barbecue sauce, or hey, I want to feel the kick of that mustard, now is the time to put it in there, but just let it simmer there for about 5 minutes. Just make sure you don't add too much of that barbecue sauce that it gets too soupy and it'll run off the bun. Hey, while that's simmering along, let me give you a little history about lunchtime there at the wagon. You know, back in the 1870s, when they were having all the cattle drives, there was not 3 meals a day. They would gather around the wagon and have some breakfast, and old Cookie had to load everything in the wagon, hook up the mules, and set off because they're driving cattle all day long. Get them back up there, they feed supper wherever they're getting that day. Now, me and Shan on traditional ranch cooking now, we feed 3 meals a day. And when them cowboys come in and eat breakfast, say it's 4 or 4:30, they get plumb done.
That's morning,
go down
Leia.
there. Somebody's already jingled up the horses, and what does that mean?
Leia has no idea that there
That's
is
like-
even a 4:30 in the morning.
I did. Guys,
She loves
I-
to sleep.
yeah, but I do sleep to the last minute in the mornings as well, and then I need to rush for school.
Yeah.
But I do make it on time every day.
See, but it's nice that he does them 3 meals a day. Just remember back then, it was just like you eat when you
Yeah.
get food.
No.
Well, they had all these horses turned out in this pasture. They kept 2 up. Now, when we say they went to jingle in the horses, now, so many years ago, they would probably put some horses out there, and 1 or 2 of them might have a bell on them, and you could hear them out there jangling along. Now,
Like they do with
this
the
would
sheep.
let them know where they was, where they might have been grazing in the night, or they might have bedded down. Cowboys could find them. Bring them to a set of pens in there. They would get all the horses in there. Cowboys would gather around, and they would begin to rope out mounts for that day's work. Now, they'd get in there with a big old grass rope or a nylon rope,
Might be a
and they would
wild
hula hand it. Now, this is a traditional loop. You throw in here. Now, hula hand, you're going to float a big old loop way up in the air, and you bring it here and toss it. And then when it comes around, it's sort of facing that horse's head and just falls right there on top. He'll pull him out, give him to the cowboy that called the name out. They'll rope another one. They do this all the way through till everybody gets their mount. They saddle up. They begin to go out. They're going to make a gather, have a drive back to the pens. Now, depending on the time of the year, they could be weaning if it's in the fall, but if it's in the spring, they're gathering up. They're stripping the cows off the calves and the bulls, and they're going to brand all the calves. Then they'll put them back together. Now, usually about this time, things have went well. They be headed back to the wagon because it's about lunchtime. But a cow don't own a watch and she don't care. That could be anywhere from 11 o'clock till 2 o'clock. Most of the time, they'll give me and Shan a pretty good idea of when they're going to be through and what time they might be at camp. And after they eat, if they're not through, it's back to the pens they go. You can always tell if you know cowboys are going to have an easier afternoon or they still got a lot of work to do. They won't eat as much at noon. But if you see them load up 4 or 5 of them sloppy joes, you can think all they're going to do is go down there and unsaddle horses. They're through for the
Yeah,
day.
they're done.
But then they'll get everything done. Hey, won't be long before it'll be time to start supper. It is a meal that is easy to tote along with you. I have seen one individual long many years ago. He would always make one extra, wrap it up, stick it in his pocket, and away he'd go after lunch. So, hey, sloppy joes, easiest thing in the world. But folks, this is a very hearty meal, and it will become your favorite too.
I don't think I need something for my pocket.
Simmered along there about 5 minutes and a half, and I took me a taste. Everything is
And when
just
you were
right.
small, you used to eat things from your nose, and now you don't want to eat things from your pocket.
I mean, don't get no better than that, but I need to thicken it up. And to thicken it up,
Water.
we're going to add some cheese. Now, originally, I would
Water?
just use cheddar cheese and just sprinkle it on top and mix it in there. But, folks, I'm all about feeling some peppered up. Today, I'm talking about jack it up, jam it up. What are we using? Pepper jack cheese, about 2 cups.
I've always heard of this pepper
This
jack,
is
and
going to
I really
bind
want to
it all
try it.
together,
We
thicken
don't
it
have
up.
that here.
It don't take long for this to happen. It's probably going to take you maybe 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes at the most to let that cheese get in there.
Can't believe
Get
I
the
said
thing
water.
sticking together, melting, making it really smooth. That's what keeps a sloppy joe all together.
Oh my gosh, that looks really good. Yeah. Oh, is the bun toasted?
Folks, that is an outstanding sandwich right there. Feed every hungry person you ever seen in your life and they'll want more. But you see me right there at the end, we sprinkled a little cheese right there on top too before we added that bun back on there. Now that
Cheese
is
overdose.
optional if you don't want to do that. But another tip I'd like to give you too, after you get this meat browned up really well, you can put that in a crock pot if you want to. Put it on low till you get everything mixed in there and everything is done. Then turn that down on warm. It is ready for you to go. One of the greatest things you can take to a picnic, to a backyard party, these sloppy joes will make you the winner every time. I cannot wait
wanna
to
try
wrap
that.
a lip around this sandwich. I
With
have
the
been
same
craving
recipe.
it ever since we put it together.
I love this guy.
Thank you, sweet Jesus.
There he goes.
Wow. That flavor knocked it out.
Imagine the wheel came
But
off.
let me give you a tip. Now, our barbecue sauce has some chipotle pepper and adobo sauce in it. And if you don't have that with you, to your barbecue sauce, get you about 2 of them chipotle peppers out of that adobo sauce. Chop them up pretty good. Add them to that, folks. That's going to bring about the good smokiness that you're going to get from that, but it's going to give it just a little bit of heat too. Whew. Folks, this is the prize-winning dish. You want to be the champion? This one right here will get you over the bar every time. You know, folks, it is with great pride, honor, and privilege that I tip my hat to all our servicemen and women and all the veterans that have kept that old flag of flying over camp. We commend you all. We do. Rest of you, get on up in here really close. I'm going to give you a sloppy Joe hug.
I love that he thanks the service people at the end of every
Yeah.
video. I'm going to try that. This might be a what do you call? This might not be traditional, but I would prefer the bun toasted. And when I do toast with the mincemeat on it, like the ground beef or whatever, I tend to make it so the toast is almost burnt. That it's just going black. Oof, I love it. I don't
Yeah.
know why. I don't know.
But that's like a proper hearty meal for the
Yeah.
cold days like that are coming, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like,
we should definitely try it. The problem is, like, we got to get some gas cookers and that for outside because our kitchen is still not done. Our hallway is nearly done.
Yeah.
But it's just taking time. Obviously, anyone who's done renovations knows it's not a cheap process. And also, it's finding the time, especially when you're living in the house. But
Yeah.
once our kitchen is done, we all do some cooking videos.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
definitely. I will make her cookies.
Yeah, with
milk.
and if you need to thicken it, you just add water,
Yeah.
I can't believe I said that. I don't even know what I was thinking. I just
flour.
no.
No.
I was actually thinking water because I just saw a bowl.
They actually cooks alright. She makes her own pasta.
I love pasta.
Tomato pasta.
But Garen doesn't like it because he says it's bit of no flavour.
Yeah, because if you go by everything we're saying now, Leia just has pasta tomato sauce. Nothing else.
And salt.
And I taught you to
And-
put garlic in.
Yeah,
as
we don't
well.
have garlic anymore.
Are you mad?
We
We've
have
got.
garlic, but she means like the
I'm
ready,
not going to put normal garlic in there.
like the garlic in a jar, the garlic
too
paste.
lazy for
What
So-
happens is we'll grow garlic, and then Kat's mum will like take a load and crush it and put it in jars so it's easier. But we've got full cloves of
How
garlic
am I
that we
meant to
grew.
work with that?
What do you mean walk with it?
Work.
Right.
We'll learn about that next video.
Yeah, I'll teach you how to chop some garlic
scary.
later. Yeah, this is the thing with kids nowadays. When I was your age, I was cooking and
I
everything.
will put oregano in there.
Yes, you do. Yes.
I don't know what that does. I don't.
Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you're wondering where Garen is, he is upstairs. His mate is sleeping over tonight because
On the
they've got a
school
really early morning and he lives quite far away. So Kat phoned his mum and was like, on the Mondays, he can sleep here. It saves him having to get up at like 4 a.m. to get to
Yeah.
school. So yeah, he's not filming today because
Yeah.
he's with his mate.
And I've got really important exams this week.
Yeah, Leah's got it's like a mock exam, isn't it, that you're doing on a Thursday. So you're gonna be doing a lot of studying, eh?
You'll still see me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. We hope you have a fantastic rest of the evening and we will see you in the next video.
Bye.